I'm going to show you how you can take this beautiful plant, this is a Hoya Lisa, take a cutting from it and then turn it into a little cutting with roots like that, which will then develop into another plant. Let's get straight to it. So I think I'm going to take this cutting here, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut underneath that leaf node there. So this is where the roots are going to come out. So we're going to discard these two leaves because this is going to go in soil, and we don't want the leaves to be in soil because they'll just rot and die away. So I think I've got two cuttings here. So I'm going to cut just above there. So that's one, and then I'm going to cut at the top there and discard that. So with this, remembering which way is bottom and which way is top, we're just going to take off that leaf and take off that leaf, and that is your Hoya cutting. So like I say, roots should be growing out of this area here. Roots tend to grow from the leaf nodes. So my second cutting, I'm just going to trim this up so the cut is just underneath the leaf nodes. And then I'm going to take these leaves off. And that is my other cutting. That should be successful. What we need to do now is get our rooting powder. Rooting powder is optional. I sometimes use it on my kind of woodier cuttings that I take. So Hoya is a bit of a woodier cutting, so it might be a bit slower to develop roots. So this will speed up the process. So the cut end, dip that into the rooting powder, knock off any excess. That's that one. We'll do the same for this one. So like I say, this is my propagation box, a tote box filled with perlite that I've moistened. So you just want to, when you set one of these up, you just want to check the level of moisture in here. You can kind of break up the perlite and it should feel moist. This feels nice and moist. I've already got a couple of cuttings that I'm working on here. I've got this Monstera Adansonii cuttings, and I've got a Scindapsus Enjoy that are hopefully rooting as we speak. Take my cutting of my Hoya, and you just want to stick it deep in the perlite, give it a light press around. That's one, and then we'll go in with the other one. Relatively deep, give it a light press, like so. Get our spray bottle, give it a few sprays just to increase the humidity in the box. And then these, once I put the lid on, should develop roots. This should take a few weeks to develop roots. I'll come back later in the video just to show you how these have got on. Alright then guys, so it's been about 10 weeks since I took those cuttings, and the eagle-eyed amongst you will notice that I've only got one cutting left. I did lose one to rot. These things happen with taking plant cuttings, don't always go perfectly to plan. It's all a learning experience. Not sure why, but within a couple of weeks the stem did start to turn black, so I did lose that cutting. But as long as I've got a cutting here, I don't really mind. So let's have a look at the roots and see how we've got on. So as I pull it out, you can see there's some nice roots on here. Hoyas always have super fine roots, very thin and small roots, so this is very typical. So we've got one large one at the top and a selection of them at the bottom. So that's good to see. Strong, healthy roots. And I think, just looking, just in the corner there, I think there is a little growth node just starting to come out. So that's where the new stem will come out from on this plant once I put it up into soil. So that's what I'm going to do after this. I'm going to put that into soil. It will develop into a nice healthy Hoya plant. So really happy with that because it's a really nice plant. If you like this video guys, then do check out my how to propagate a Monstera Adansonii. A really successful propagation there, dead easy to do. I'll link to that in the screen, so if you click there, I will see you there, and thank you very much for watching.